45 years ago today, Terry Fox was right here in Ottawa on Dominion Day. "45 years ago today, on July 1st, 1980, Terry Fox was in the nation's capital, being welcomed by not only the city, but progressively the entire country. Terry had actually arrived in Ottawa the previous morning, on June 30th. What you have to understand is, when you hear about Terry being in a certain town, city, or spot, he often would continue his run as planned, and then be driven back to locations with accommodation or events. His 3 days in Ottawa in 1980 actually involved him running 58 miles. 45 years ago today, Terry, after taking it, quote, easy and only running 15 miles in the morning, went down to Lansdowne Field to do the ceremonial kickoff at the 2 p.m. CFL game. I am currently at the old Lansdowne Stadium right here in Ottawa, now TD Place, where on July 1st, 1980, Terry Fox did the ceremonial kickoff right here. The Rough Riders were playing. Guess who they were playing? Yeah, they were playing the other Rough Riders. Huh. Terry was asked to do the ceremonial kickoff in front of 16,000 fans, but Terry was apprehensive. You see, Terry was competitive, an elite athlete, but one thing he hadn't worked on since losing his leg was kicking. The Ottawa Rough Riders gave Terry 2 practice kicks prior to the ceremony. Terry didn't even know which leg to try and kick with, and when he finally took it, it didn't go well. The 16,000 fans on their feet giving him a raucous standing ovation, though, hadn't noticed, nor cared. To me, I've always found this a charming, telling moment. As I've followed Terry's Marathon of Hope during this video series this past few months, I've found myself appreciating these moments away from the run, where I further realize he was also just a young, competitive man from Port Coquitlam, complete with the insecurities we all have. That annoyance about the kick, though, quickly disappeared as the magic and support of the day continued at a fast pace. The day prior, on June 30th, Terry approached Ottawa in the morning.
Terry, where are you at this moment?
I'm about 15 miles away from the Governor General's building in Ottawa.
And you expect to be in Ottawa tomorrow then?
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow morning.
Are you expecting a reception of any kind in Ottawa?
Yeah, they got all kinds of things set up. When I get to 4 miles away from the Governor General's building, there's apparently going to be thousands of people going to be running with me. Some of the Ottawa Rough Riders, and they're going to follow me to the Governor General's. And then we've got other things planned during the day. And on Tuesday, I'm going to be meeting the Prime Minister.
Terry and the guys had entered Ontario a few days prior, after having a pretty difficult few weeks. As they entered Ontario at Hawkesbury, things were changing. Now, one thing I've always loved about Terry arriving in Ontario is the fact that the OPP, the Ontario Provincial Police, were there waiting for him, and they were going to help escort him across the entire province. When Terry jogged into Ottawa, he was received by the Governor General, Ed Schreier, at Rideau Hall, still sweaty and dressed in his normal running clothes. The guys were brought into a grand reception hall and toasted with orange juice and lemonade in champagne glasses before heading back out. Terry would run towards a planned rally and speech on Sparks Street. Terry would later write of the moment. It was quite a long way down the road where all the people were, and I was just sprinting. I was floating through the air and I didn't even feel a thing. I felt so great. That type of memory you can't take away. Ottawa Rough Rider star Tony Gabriel would say that Terry was one tough kid and that not a single player he knew could do what Terry was doing. July 1st is a special day for Canada and Canadians. 45 years ago today was important for Terry and the country. Now, they actually held Terry back in Montreal for a few days because they wanted him to arrive in Ottawa on July 1st. Federal Transportation Minister Jean-Luc Pepin released 1,000 Marathon of Hope balloons from the top of the Four Seasons Hotel alongside Terry. There was significant pageantry for Terry while he was in Ottawa. The following day, on July 2nd, Terry was taken to meet the Prime Minister, Pierre Trudeau. Writing in his journal that evening, "Met Mr. Trudeau, It was an honor, and he is a very nice man. The morning saw Terry visit skilled prosthetist Armin Vow, who fit him a new $2,000 leg paid for by War Amps of Canada. Armin advised him to take time off until his stump stopped bleeding, but Terry had no interest in stopping. Pain was something he had become used to. 45 years ago today, on July 1st, 1980, Terry Fox was right here in Ottawa, Ontario, soon to see the love of Canada spill out onto the highways and roads across Ontario, multiplying fundraising and inspiring us all. Over the next few months, I'm heading out on the road and following Terry's path across Canada. The more I learn about the Marathon of Hope, the more I realize how important Terry is to Canada, to myself, and to the world. Please consider donating to the Terry Fox Foundation. You can do so at terryfox.org.